My name is Bess Altwerger. I'm from the state of Maryland. I was one of the co-founders and organizers of Save Our Schools. I have spent my career as a teacher educator, and I've taught at the University of New Mexico, and then I've been at Towson University for the last 25 years. I just retired in July. One of the reasons that I decided to retire is that teacher education itself is becoming standardized, test-driven, and geared toward simply creating teachers who are going to slide right into the system without resistance. And for the second time in a decade, we were asked to change our syllabi to reflect a national policy, which I don't agree with. In this case, it was Common Core. In the early 2000s, we had to change our syllabi to meet the specifications of NCLB. In my area of expertise is literacy. I believe that the reading first part of NCLB was not based on good data whatsoever. It was based on the National Reading Panel report, which was very faulty, full of holes. It was definitely a political agenda that was being played out through NCLB, and now with Race to the Top and Common Core and PARC, we see another round of politicians controlling education that should be controlled by the people who are involved in education, which are the teachers, the parents, the community, the students.
To make sure that we have really, really good teachers out in the field, the government has mandated that teachers, along with getting through teacher education schools, pass a series of high-stakes standardized tests. There is absolutely no research that shows that doing well or doing poorly on those tests has any predictive ability as to whether or not anybody is going to be a good teacher. High-stakes standardized testing has a cultural bias built into them. When I have students, minority students, that are wanting to be teachers and going back into the communities from where they came, and we know from the research that that's going to work, these tests disproportionately cut out minority students from the teaching profession. This is guaranteeing that we take minority students who want to be teachers and we're keeping them out of the field because of an assessment that is mandated not by teacher education institutions, but mandated by other accountability institutions. And so once you fail these tests, you cannot become a teacher. So teacher certification in just about every state, beyond getting a degree at a teacher education institution, you have to pass a battery of high-stakes standardized tests. You do not get certified if you fail those high-stakes standardized tests. Therefore, this is why we come at this and say, if we are really serious about saying that we want our best people being teachers, and we know that high-stakes standardized tests do not produce our best teachers, why would we use them ever in a screening method that absolutely, we know this, you talk to any of my colleagues, we see some of our best teachers not being allowed to be certified because they can't pass a high-stakes standardized test that has no evidence that it will do anything other than cut them out of the teaching profession. Okay, so parents, advice from the dean. You want great teachers. Okay? When you want a great teacher, don't ask about what grade, what number a teacher has. Ask about the comments, the conversations. Good teachers are qualitatively measured, not quantitatively measured. So when you're looking for a good teacher, ask them to see their recommendations. Please don't ask them to see their test scores, because their test scores will never tell you if they're a great teacher. Ask to see their recommendations.